welcome back to Mind Coliseum. Now, remember, this channel is where I give you completely unique perspectives on things, life challenges. Now, I want to give you an example before I start this video, and that is when you don't do something that someone wants you to do. When you say no, when you say you don't want to do something, you disagree with somebody, they'll call you stubborn or arrogant, or they'll say you think you know everything, simply because you have a different opinion, simply because you disagree. So what they're saying is from you not agreeing with them. I want you to understand that. Their intention for saying it is not because you're actually stubborn, it's because you refuse to do what they want you to do. Now, about this whole Adesanya Duplessis agreement or disagreement about where who's from or the other person is from, think of it like this, right? There's a unique perspective, right? People are saying, well, you're from this country, right? Why don't you go back to that country? Since you're from there, why don't you go back there? How can you claim you're from that country whereas you're living in another country, right? And there's the other one that they'll say, well, you and your family, you came to this country and you're using all the resources of this country. It's just such a shame that they are misusing the resources of the country. I want you to think about it like this. This is a fighter. He's not breaking no laws. He's not hurting no one outside of the ring. He is doing what he is paid to do, and it's legal. He's a law-abiding fucking citizen. Think about it. Oh, why don't you go back to your country? If you're claiming you're from that country anyway, go back there, right? If you're claiming you're African, why are you living in New Zealand then? Why are you fighting out of New Zealand? Why are you living and fighting out of New Zealand? Why are you training in New Zealand? Why are you doing that? How dare you do that? Well, you and your family, you came to New Zealand. Why are you using all the resources? And you're not even showing gratitude for the resources. I'm here to break it to you because I want to tell you this. I want to tell you this. Those people who say that, and I hate using this, I'm going to go as far as to call them the word you're thinking of. Yeah, it starts with R. I'm going to go ahead and call them that. You know why? Because they're looking for any excuse to tell you to go back to your country. Let that sink in. Well, you're from that country, and that's where you say you're from, right? Well, go back then. Because you say you're from there, so go back. Think about it. You say you're from there, right? You were born there, go back then. Why are you here? You're from there, right? Since you are from there, you should go back there. Oh, but you came here, Why don't you show appreciation for the resources around here? You can't have an opinion of that country simply because you weren't born there, or because your skin color is different from the people there, right? So you can't have an opinion. If it's so bad here, go back to where you're from. Let me ask you this. If criticisms of that country was from the people born there, would they say that to them? No, they wouldn't. Which means they don't respect you because you're not either the same color or because you weren't born there. They don't respect you. Your opinions don't matter. You don't get to have a say in how the country is or the way the country is run. You don't get to have an opinion. You don't get to criticize it. Why? Because you weren't born there, and because you're not of the same skin color as the majority of people who are from there, born there. You don't get to have an opinion, which means you're a second-class citizen. Think about it. You are a second-class citizen. Because whenever you open your fucking mouth to speak and have a criticism of the government, of the environment, you don't get to have it. So they don't, listen to this. They don't respect you. They don't respect you. That's what they're saying to you. They don't respect you, but they're hiding behind, you're so ungrateful. You should be grateful that you're here. You should be fucking grateful. You should be happy. You should be showing a lot of fucking gratitude. Like, you are here. You get all these benefits of all these resources. You should be happy you're here. How dare you criticize it? But other people who are either born there or of the same skin color as the majority of people born and raised there, basically the majority of the people in that country, they get to have an opinion and you fucking don't. You know why? They're basically saying you're a second-class citizen. You don't get to have a say. You don't get to have an opinion. Remember, this is a channel with unique perspectives. I am telling you the minds of these fucking people. So when they say, how dare you criticize? No. They act like they're defending the country. Like, how dare you talk about our country in a bad way? You know, you should be happy. We took you in. You know, you should be happy and say good things about the country. It's all fake. No, they're not defending the country. And why are they defending against you? You're not hating the country. You're having an opinion. They're not defending the country. They're hiding behind, I'm proud of my country. How do you say something bad about it? If it was someone the same skin color as them, they would never say that. That's the truth. Because even if you were born there, as long as you're not the same skin color as the majority of the people there, they will still say that you have an opinion. If it was their friend or their family member or relative that looks like them, that is like them, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. The same skin color as them, you know what I'm saying. They would never say to them, how dare you have that opinion? Basically, if you're a different skin color or you weren't born there with the same skin color as them as well, you don't get to have an opinion. Don't let them trick you by thinking you're some ungrateful little shit. You're not. You're allowed to have an opinion. You're a member of that community, of that country. You live there. You pay your taxes there. You work there. You contribute to the economy there. You don't get to have an opinion though, because of your skin color. Or you were born there, right? But you still don't have the same skin color as the majority of the people who make up that population. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't have to spell it out for you. They are hiding behind, how dare you be ungrateful? You know, you're insulting my country. But get someone who is the same skin color as them, they would never ever say that to them. You know why? What they're really saying is, you are a second-class citizen and you don't get to have a fucking opinion. That's what they're really saying. I'm here to expose how people are in real life. Like if they call you stubborn, that's because you dare to say, I don't want to do this then. No, thank you. See, they're calling you stubborn, but it's really because you dare to say you have a different opinion to them and you want to do something different to them. Don't let people trick you when they call you names or when they say certain things. Nah, it's all manipulation. Another thing is, well, why don't you go back to your country then when you have an opinion? Ask yourself this. Would they say that to someone the same skin color as them? I don't fucking think so. What, are they going to say to someone in their family, hey, you know, go back here, go back there? Well, no, you know why? Because they're from that country, right? So they get to have an opinion. Again, you're a second-class citizen. You don't get to have an opinion. Think about it, guys. That's what they're saying to you. So when someone's saying, oh, how dare you be ungrateful, you're not being ungrateful. You are having a fucking opinion about the country you live in. But they are basically telling you they don't recognize you as a citizen of that country and they don't respect you. So if you are friends, that's right. If you are friends, or if that person is in your family, maybe they married into your family or you married into their family, and they dare fucking tell you, well, why are you being ungrateful? Why don't you go back to your country then? I'm telling you, the reason is because they really, really disrespect you, and they really, really are saying you don't get to have an opinion about where you live. Let's think about it like this. This guy, he's a fighter. He's making his money. He's a law-abiding citizen. He's not a criminal. And yet they're saying these things to him. So guess what? See, when people say this to people who are coming from other countries, right? Or they're a different color, but they were born in that country, right? And they commit crime in that country. And they say, well, why aren't you grateful that you're here? Your parents brought you here, right? Or your grandparents, they brought your parents here, and then you were born and raised here, even though you're a different color, but you were born and raised here. Why aren't you grateful that you get this wonderful opportunity in this beautiful country? Why are you committing crimes? Great, they say that to them. Why are you taking advantage of this opportunity? Why are you being ungrateful? And why don't you go back to your country then and do these crimes there? But this fighter, Adesanya, is not like that though. So do you see how he gets those comments even though he's not a criminal? Guys, use a fucking brain. These guys don't respect you. Move accordingly. They don't respect you. They see you as a second-class citizen, not first class. They don't see you as the same, as someone on the same level as them. They don't respect you. They don't see you on the same level as them. They see you below them, meaning you don't get to have an opinion. Think about it. They say these things to the criminals. I can kind of get that. Okay, cool. But even then, they don't say that to the criminals who look like them. Oh, they'd never say that to the criminals who look. They would never say, but you get this wonderful opportunity in life. Why don't you use it? They won't say that to them. Even because, you know why? Because they're the same fucking color as them. Guys, these are gems I'm giving you. These are fucking truths that help you in this fucking world. That motherfucker in the office saying shit to you about, oh, well, if you're not happy here, why don't you go back to your country then? There's a lot of people who literally protest, and I bet you're not doing that, you're just having an opinion. People who protest, they literally deface parts of the country. They attack people to show how much they are not happy with the government. But nobody tells them that. You know why? Because they are from that country. Because their color is the same. It's always the color, by the way. Even if you were born and raised there, as long as your color is different, oh, you know what I'm saying. You don't get to have a fucking opinion. You're not even going around throwing oil at people. You're not going around graffitiing certain landmarks, right? You know what I'm saying? You're not even doing that. You're just having an opinion with a colleague at work. Maybe in your local gym where you work out. Maybe in your local fight gym. Maybe just down the road, you're talking to the shop vendor, the cashier, you're having a conversation. You're talking about how things are not great and you wish they could improve, and then they tell you some stupid bullshit like, why don't you go back to your country then? You should be happy you're here. You're just having an opinion. But motherfuckers literally fucking up people. Motherfuckers literally fucking up landmarks of the country. Nobody's saying shit like that to them. It's because they don't fucking respect you. Because I had a fucking idiot in the past talking shit to me about, why don't you wear this flag or that flag when you're competing, you know? You should be grateful for... Fuck off. Fuck right off. You don't get to tell me what flag I fly. The reason they say that, okay? Oh, why don't you fly the flag of this country? I'll decide, motherfucker. If I want to, I'll decide. But see, they want to talk to you as if you don't get to have an opinion. They tell you what to do. Oh, you're fighting. But you were raised here. You know, you should fly the flag of this. Motherfucker, I'll fly whatever fucking flag I want. Or I'll fly no flag. Population me. Who gives a fuck? Shut the fuck up. You don't tell me how to live my life. You gotta understand the mindset of these motherfuckers. They're not having these opinions because they genuinely think you should be grateful. No, they don't respect you. That's why they say these things. If you were a criminal and they were saying these things to you, I can kind of get that they're pissed off. Like, why are you being a criminal? You came to the country. Like, even if you're born and raised there, but you're not their color. And then they say that, I can kind of understand, okay, well, why are you destroying the country? Why are you being a criminal? Why are you taking resources for people, for the government to look after you in jail? Why are you fucking out? I can kind of get that, but motherfuckers who are not even criminals get this. I'm not a fucking criminal, and I get this. Fighters who are not criminals get this fucking bullshit. You know why? It doesn't matter whether you're a criminal or not. Motherfuckers will find a way to tell you they don't fucking like you. I know. Welcome to the fucking world. They will tell you, right? They will find ways to tell you they don't respect you and you're a second-class citizen. And you don't get to have a fucking opinion. And then they'll say, oh, well, but didn't he say, you know, he thought it was Chinese, you know? Look, motherfucker. Anything he says, you're going to take it out of context. Okay? Let's be real here. I am actually making a video to you to explain things to you. Let's be real. A lot of you, right, who are going to say something like, okay, I get that, you know, he was born in Africa or Nigeria, but then he grew up in New Zealand, you know, and he says a Kiwi. Okay, that's cool, but what about when he said he's Chinese? Motherfucker, maybe you took it out of context. I made a video to explain how dumb you are, right? And how you are the R word. I made a video to explain that to you. You haven't taken that long, okay, to research. Is it satire? Is it just a joke? Is it just like joking like, oh, I'm this, I'm that? It's just, you haven't taken the time to, because you don't give a fuck. You see, when you hear something that you're like, okay, I can criticize this, you run with it because you have bad intentions. Just like you will call someone stubborn or arrogant because they disagree with you. Or you would say, oh, you think you know everything. Just because they disagree. If they knew everything, they would know you're a fucking idiot and they wouldn't have a disagreement with you in the first place. They'd just walk away. They wouldn't even have a discussion with you. They won't give you the time of day if they knew everything. If I knew everything, I wouldn't have spoken to a lot of you fuckers in the past. Because I would know you're an idiot. I wouldn't have a disagreement with you in the first place because I know you're a fucking idiot and you talk shit. If I knew everything, I wouldn't speak to you because I would know you're an idiot. If I was arrogant, I wouldn't take the time to speak to you because I would think you're beneath me. If I was stubborn, right, I would have just told you fuck off instead of listening to you and politely telling you I don't want to do what you want me to do and I don't want to say what you want me to say. Stay blessed and tell these fuckers. Well, can't say it on here, can I? But you know what I'm saying. Tell them.